Good evening, Hollywood. Allow me first to apologize for this interruption. I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility of repetition. But in the spirit of commemoration, whereupon important events of the past, usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful, bloody struggle, are celebrated with a nice holiday, I thought we could mark a day, a certain day, maybe two, that once the calculations are done right, lead to one singular number. So let's take some time out. Let's sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not wish us to speak. I suspect ever now that the truth has long been concealed, and answers will be taken to silence the knowers, as lies run in sprints, the truth run marathons. While illusion may be used in conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer means to the meaning for those who will listen, the enunciation of the truth. The story begins with a friend who broke the mold, breaking all-time records and setting a new quota for artists of his generation and beyond. Being a black artist, owning elite material was regarded as a barbarian pirate with a precious national treasure. Oppressed, conned, robbed, manipulated, his life turned into a media-governed circus. Let me tell you about Arthur Crudup, Papa Charlie Jackson, Ruth Brown, Mabel Scott, Peppermint Harris, Billy Jack Willis, Jimmy Forrest, many great artists that fit in the same criteria. They played the sax. They introduced us to the blues, to jazz, to hip-hop, to rock and roll. And they were traded, drugged, killed, while their copyrights became discredited. Back in the 20s in Harlem, where the forms of black dancing emerged, the Charleston, the Lindy Hop, the Jitterbug, the first Broadway musical, Shuffle Along, Josephine Baker, Florence Mills, Buddy Bradley. And let us take a brief look on how many stars and performers of the 21st century trusted the record companies to start a career, to be heartthrobs and prodigies, then had the same unequal, tragic ending. Whether it's drug overdose, suicide, madness, heart attacks, after leading lives of success and giving the audience iconic stage moments and records that are regarded as national treasures, they later on lead a life full of trials, depression, scandal, as the media consumes, abuses, accuses, and tortures them to make their story sell. But again, truth be told, if we're looking for a guilty, we need only to look in the mirror. We feed tabloids and yellow press. By watching, by listening, by engaging, we feed them. We feed this new era of materialistic abuse of arts. We're so demolished in our taste and brought ourselves into a grotesque level of ever worse. We subject our children to this profanity, to the overly exposed mental dullness, emptiness, the sexual material, and the objectification of human body. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with it, isn't it? The prejudice, the racism, the trickery, the scheming, manipulation. When once you had freedom to speak out or to think as you saw fit, now you have censors and systems shut you down, bring you down.